Oh god, I'm getting bored already. How do I make this review interesting? I can't. It's Man and the Wasp. What the fuck am I supposed to talk about? Oh god, no one's gonna watch this. Yeah, I really did like the first Ant-Man. I thought I did a great job introducing what could have been a very uninteresting character and presented a movie that was very funny and nuanced. And it found its niche in the MCU as a hilarious, self-aware ride. It had Paul Rudd! It had a touching story with his ex-con buddies and his daughter! It had inventive and well-made action! It had Michael Pena and his amazing stories! And it had Baskin Robbins.
3 years at San Quentin, huh?
You found out.
Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Now the sequel. We have a movie? Look, it would be seriously unfair to want anything from this film after Infinity War gave us everything we have ever wanted. Because Infinity War blew all our fucking minds. It was the movie I was waiting for. The movie that we were waiting for. And it's the best superhero movie ever made. It just blew Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2, Winter Soldier out of the water. Any contenders just destroyed instantly. That's how good that film was. And it made all the fucking filler like Civil War and disappointments like Age of Ultron better because of its existence. So yeah, I feel bad for any Marvel film that came out right after that. It was not gonna give us anything anyway, but when it comes to Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm just surprised how little substance it contains. I mean, it's just really useless. It's a useless movie. I mean, this movie is nothing. Nothing! It is really filler. Man, where the fuck do I even begin with this shit, man? Oh god, the curtains. That is a lot of fucking light. You know what? Fuck it, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't go to the movies to see filler. You see, I don't enjoy when simple premises or ideas are stretched out to fit mandatory runtimes. And I really don't like when sequels don't add much more to the worlds they're built on. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a movie I wish I liked more, but don't. It shifts back and forth between a generic action movie and an obvious comedy, and I can't decide which is more disappointing. Now, I had zero expectations walking into this, especially since all the trailers sucked. I suppose I guessed I was gonna see a comedy, but instead I got one of the weakest superhero movies I have ever seen. Yeah, you heard me. Now, I really did like the first Ant-Man movie, so you can't call unfairness on this one. I really liked that film. The only major reason I could spot for its existence was the one we all knew we were gonna see, the connection to the quantum realm. It even begins with a totally underwhelming recap by Hank Pym, telling us about how his wife shrunk to molecular size to save thousands, and in doing so trapped herself in the quantum realm indefinitely, which is what we already knew. Wasn't there like a whole sequence dedicated to seeing his wife sacrifice herself in the first movie? Like, why are you talking about it again? I mean, I understand if the recap gave us new information or something, or at least was stylistic, but it's just dumb. Like, why is it there? Then we cut back to Scott Lang, who is under house arrest from violating the Sokovia Accords for helping Captain America during Civil War. He's got 3 days left until he's free. We get a truly touching scene where he's hanging out with his daughter before his ex, Judy Greer, and her boyfriend come pick her up. I consider this scene a highlight. During this, Scott accidentally sets off his ankle monitor. And the follow-up here with the FBI agent, Wu, is another great moment. Wu's played by Randall Park. He's got some pretty funny moments in the movie, but the story. My own review is boring me. I can't... Why? How do I make this interesting? It's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Why? I picked this of all fucking movies to come back to YouTube for. Oh my fucking... Calm down, Seb. It's gonna be okay. Now, knowing that Scott has been to the quantum realm and back, Hank suggests that his wife could still be alive down there. Evangeline Lilly returns as Hope. A series of events lead Scott, Hank, and Hope to be together again. Scott is the way to Janet. Some strange link was formed between them when he went to the quantum realm in the first movie. Hank and Hope have been building parts to form this tunnel to willfully gain access to the quantum realm. And when they turn it on with Scott in the room, the movie's best and most amazing moment happens. I won't spoil it, but it's fucking hilarious. Hope and Hank have been buying parts for the tunnel from a seller off the black market named Sonny, played greatly by Walton Goggins. Goggins is so good at being these little side roles and outstaging everyone around him. He's a comedy's bad guy, but in that he doesn't realize how funny he is kind of way. Wait for the scenes with him and Michael Pena and Truth Serum. They're incredible. But oh, Michael Pena. He was outstanding in the first Ant-Man and had us all laughing to tears throughout the whole movie. But here he just isn't as funny as he should have been, which is not his fault. I just don't think the script was panned out. Don't get me wrong, he still gets laughs, but some of the humor really falls flat, and the rest just sort of repeats itself. Actually, that's how a lot of this movie is. The script was but the editing is spectacularly tragic. Comedy is all about timing. You have to know when to cut and not cut away. Man and The Wasp's editors should have been fired during the initial screening. The movie is chopped to pieces, zigzagging from scene to scene with barely any connection. Not just in the laughs either. Many times in the movie I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Was that because it made no sense or because I just didn't care? Probably both. I am so hungover. Oh man, this is what I get for not filming everything on the same day. Fuck you guys, you should have been fired. Back to the trashy editing style. Whoa! Yeah, Zara. Whoa, yeah. Many of the laughs here are ruined by this trashy editing style. Take a look at the scene where Hank and Scott are watching Hope in action in her wasp suit.
Hold on, you gave her wings?
And blasters.
So I take it you didn't have that tech available for me?
No, I did.
That's the trailer! What an amazing joke. No, I did. Like, it's amazing. Whole audience burst out laughing when that trailer played in theaters from another movie earlier this year. But in the movie, that same scene is cut together faster and from 3 different angles that destroy these 2 great actors playing off of one another. Why? Why ruin it? It was already great. How do you fuck up what the trailer editor had a better sense to put together than you? Did they watch that and think, you know what this scene needs? To be shorter and from more jarring angles. Fuck you! Holy fucking shit! But anyway, the actual villain here is a girl named Ava. She has a suit like Scott and Hope, but doesn't need it to phase through things. She can pass through objects at will, and increasingly not at will. We find out soon enough she can't fully control her powers, and will eventually fade into nothingness. Yeah, you know what, I'm not even gonna go into her motivations and backstory involving Lawrence Fishburne and Hank, because it's just so standard and bad. We get the longest exposition scene of her literally explaining everything there is to know about her to our 3 leads in one pitifully executed sequence. Ava is so over the top, so heavily overacted that I just pitied the actress playing her. Poor Hannah John Kamen, cast to play Marvel's of the Week antagonist that no one will remember, ever. I couldn't even tell you what was happening in the second half of this movie. So many cuts around to people appearing during a painfully extended highway chase scene that bored me to no end. And the action isn't inventive or cool. It's as by the numbers as you can get with these characters. Yeah, actually all the action was putting my ass to sleep. Like, there was a fight scene in the kitchen with the Wasp, and she just like shrinks to small size to dodge a knife, and it's in the trailer, and it's boring. It's not cool like the first one. I did laugh during Ant-Man and the Wasp, but not as hard or as often as I should have. And that's my cat tearing up my papers, but I guess I could just go fuck myself, yeah. I can't stop her, man. Psycho feral beast. And all the action bored me out of caring for anyone. Considering how invested I was in the first movie, and how invested we all are now because of Infinity War, I find this sequel to be almost offensive. It's not a movie that I hate, but I hate that it didn't attempt to do more. It hinges on the quantum realm, and that is all. And oh man, what a letdown those moments of Hank diving and searching the realm for his wife are. What a waste of a chance to showcase a fascinating world. Like seriously, Paul Rudd was only in there for a brief moment in the first film, but I loved the look of the quantum realm, and I was like, okay, I can't wait till they explore this more. And what are they doing in this one? Michael Douglas dives in there, and I just see, like, little bugs blown up, because, you know, he's tiny, like maggots or whatever, bacteria and shit, and it's just so bad. And, like, he's just searching through with a flashlight. I don't even remember. And then it's so stupid. The mid-credits scene is great, and suggests I am right in what limited things this movie has to offer. So no, I don't recommend this movie. It'll rank low on the MCU scale, and I think even the fans will leave let down. I can't forgive this editing or this villain, and that it's just fucking filler. The first Ant-Man won me over. This one has pushed me away. What the fucking shit? So yeah, the mid-credit scene should have been the focal point. That's the only connection of this movie to Infinity War and to Thanos. So why wasn't that an integral point of the movie itself? This is what I'm talking about. It's fucking filler, people. Oh my god. Don't even say for the post-credit scene. We waited 10 minutes for this? Fuck you! It's the ant playing the drums from the trailer! Why? Why? Why see this movie? Useless! It's useless! The most useless post-credit scene since the pterodactyls playing slots in Vegas after Jurassic World 2. I can't go easy on this movie, you know. People are gonna go easy on this film because it's the first one after Infinity War. And Infinity War did everything we ever wanted and more. That's true. It's already the best film of the year. No film would be better than that. I love it more than anything. But I can't forgive Ant-Man and the Wasp because of a better movie. I just can't. I can't walk into this movie saying, oh yeah, I knew it was not gonna be that good, even though I did, and then, you know, I'm hoping to be proven wrong. Like, the first Ant-Man proved me wrong. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be good after Edgar Wright had that falling out with Marvel. It's a fucking movie about a guy shrinking to an ant size, and I liked it a lot. It ended up being this really funny, inventive comedy that won us all over. And this one isn't. This one is filler. This movie is meaningless. Absolutely fucking meaningless. You know what? Don't even go see it. Just YouTube the mid-credits scene. I'm sure it's up already, and just watch it. It's probably like a minute long or some shit, and that's it. That's all you need to see, people. Just saved you 2 hours of your life. Man, that joke in the trailer. How do you fuck up a perfect joke? How do you fuck that shit up, man? Like, you have to actively try to screw these things up. I don't fucking get it, man. Maybe I'm just an incompetent fool. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So yeah, it's an obvious comedy. The humor is just so, like, these jokes that only took, like, you know, a second to think about or a minute. It's like, oh yeah, we could do this, rather than actual thought. Oh, what a shame, you know? Well, YouTube. Noticed you haven't taken down any of my videos lately, eh? Maybe you learned your lesson, huh? Cord will do. See that? Well. Haha. See that, YouTube? I wrote the word YouTube. This is you guys. This is you. See this? I have you tied on the end of a string.
Tied on a string indeed, General Hux.
I'm back, I guess. YouTube ain't pulling my shit down, so fucking good. Yeah, we're back in the groove. I'm back, baby! I'm back!
Okay, alright, second chance, take a look, living through my kids. If the S's keep my soul to give, cross my heart and quote to live. What you giving it? The art of living it. True living, week to week living, street to street living. All I got's to give time to man up and keep living.
Kill that, we pro-life and we pro-longevity, procreation, produce, provocative, pro-prosperity, tales of the light, your area, them local niggas made good.